What's up YouTube, Capital G here. So Konami has finally done it after almost an 18-year wait. The Kuriboh brothers are finally going to be coming to the physical card game. Of course, these are from the DM anime, and they were used in the Waking the Dragons arc, still my personal favorite arc from DM, by Yugi himself in his duel versus Raphael, or that's like where I remember them from. Such a great duel, probably top 3 duels in the entire franchise, well, the entire series of DM for me anyways, as far as my favorite duels. And man, I thought that they would never get around to these cards. Like, it's kind of surprising that it did take this long, because Kuriboh has been supported in every single anime. There's some iteration of Kuriboh that is played by every single main character, so I'm kind of surprised that it took so long for these to get printed. But they're going to be released in Animation Chronicle 2021 in the OCG, which should translate the Battles of Legends. But as I've said before, Konami hasn't really started talking about Battles of Legends in the TCG. However, if we do get Battles of Legends in July, this will certainly be in there. Or maybe Battles of Legends is going to be delayed, but yeah, these will definitely be in there. Anyways, let's start breaking them down. If you've seen the Waking the Dragons arc, you have a good idea of what the Kuriboh brothers is about. You know, it's about like the, 5 brothers and then usually just trying to summon Babylon. Although I will tell you guys, just to kind of curb your enthusiasm, Babylon is not like OP, and I honestly kind of wanted it to be really good. I wanted it to be like some, access code talker type stuff, but unfortunately they didn't make it OP, which is kind of unfortunate. But anyways, let's go ahead and start breaking the brothers down. So all the Kuriboh brothers have the same exact stat line as the original Kuriboh, same makeup, and they all count as Kuriboh cards. First one is the purple one, Kuribah. When this card or a Kuriboh monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one monster with 300 attack and 2000 defense from your deck except Kuribah, which is of course all the brothers and the original Kuriboh. You just can't summon another copy of Ba. Second effect, you contribute this card you control plus 4 monsters from your hand or field, so it's kind of like a fusion summon, including 1 Kuribee, 1 Kuriboo, 1 Kuribah, and 1 Kuriboh, so everyone except him. Special summon Babylon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it is kind of nice that you get to summon Babylon from anywhere, and that it is kind of like a fusion summon. You don't necessarily have to have them all on field, but that is a lot of monsters to put in just to summon Babylon from like the deck. And as I said earlier, Babylon is not exactly broken. I feel like if I had 4 monsters on field, man, I might rather go for like an access code or something like that. Because, yeah, Babylon's not exactly as strong as we wanted it to be, probably. But I do like the floating effect. I think that is definitely really good. Would have been nice if it worked on, removal effects, like, just monster removal effects. But, battle destruction, I guess I'll take it. Next one is Pink Kuriboh. This is Kuribee. Kuribee says, when this card or your Kuriboh monster is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 spell or trap that specifically lists the card Kuriboh in its text from your deck to your hand. Second effect, once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, if you control another Kuriboh monster, you can change the attack of all face-up monsters you currently control to 0 until the end of the turn, and if you do, negate the attack. So that's a pretty nifty effect. To me, obviously Kuriboh's whole theme should be about reducing battle damage, and I think that they should have more effects that kind of just stop your opponent from doing damage, just stopping your opponent from attacking, and I think Rainbow Kuriboh has that as well. This is just another way of doing that, except this card definitely, like, this card just lives, so it's not a +1 from a numerical standpoint, but it does stop your opponent's attack with, I would say, minimal downside. Hopefully your opponent can't get like another attack through, otherwise they're basically attacking you directly because your monster has 0 stats. But this card does also float when it's destroyed by battle or when another Kuriboh is. However, the Kuriboh spell and trap pool is not very good. I mean, I know about cards like Multiply and the Flute, but like the pool of cards for Kuriboh is not very good. There are no trap cards, a bunch of spells that are not very good, and there's one new spell. We have the White Kuriboh. This is the one that looks like a ghost, although if I'm honest, all these cards look like the, they all look like the ghost from Pac-Man anyways. So this is Kuriboo. The first effect says, when a monster declares an attack, you can discard this card and 1 Kuriboh monster from your deck, except another copy of Boo. Second effect, once per turn, quick effect, you can discard 1 trap, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1500 attack until the end of the turn. Okay, so the first effect is really cool. Because obviously the first effect can search out like it can search the original Kuriboh from your hand, and you can just like use it in the damage step and basically stop any damage. I believe you should also be able to get like Rainbow Kuriboh that can also, you know, stop you from taking damage from like another subsequent attack or something like that. The only thing that I like the first effect, but I don't understand the second effect. Like, I understand how it's supposed to work. Discard a trap, you know, debuff a monster by 1500 attack. I just don't understand why it's a trap card. Kuribohs don't have any trap cards like to support them. So unless there's going to be some other Kuriboh trap card revealed in this set, I don't get it. Like, Kuriboh have a bunch of spells, they have 0 traps. So I don't understand why this is locked into a trap card. That part just didn't make any sense to me. So I mean, I like the 1500 debuff. I don't like discarding a trap. I don't understand why it couldn't have been a spell, or it couldn't have been a monster or something different, like maybe tribute it or discard it or something. Kuribee actually, well, I mean, it's kind of blue, kind of like, yeah, I guess it's blue. This one actually makes more sense in my opinion. So the quick effect says you can discard this card, then target one Kuriboh monster you control. It gains 1500 attack. Why couldn't the last monster be like, why couldn't Boo have that effect? This one is a lot easier to work with. You don't have to worry about like getting a random trap or something. You just discard this and then you get 1500 attack. By the way, this also works when you're direct attacking. So in my opinion, it's just better. I would rather give my monsters attack than take away attack from my opponent, because, you know, when you're attacking directly, you don't have to worry about your opponent's monsters, and I just want to be able to do more damage so I can kill my opponent. Second effect says you contribute this card plus 4 monsters from your hand or field, 1 Kuribah, 1 Kuribee, 1 Boo, 1 Kuriboh. You then get to add 1 Bandit from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 Fiend monster from your hand. So I guess you could either normal summon the Kuribandit, or if you already have like a Babylon in your hand, you would just be able to like summon the Babylon. But I mean, it's like, man, it's a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of resources just to get a Kuribandit. Now, if Kuribandit gets you something nuts, you get some really spicy meals, like, okay, I guess that works, but they are really making us spend a lot to like summon these monsters, and I just don't know if that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played anymore, guys. Like, using 4 monsters for the summon of like 1 monster. I mean, I get it, you get Kuribandit from like your deck or your graveyard, but that's a lot of stuff to pay for a Kuribandit. Now, we got the big guy, Kuribabylon, of course. We knew about that because it's like the combination of all the Kuriboh brothers, but it's evil because of the Orichalcos. Or I forget, maybe it wasn't originally evil, but yeah, Orichalcos definitely turned it evil. And then Raphael basically shamed the Pharaoh in the duel. This is level 5 Dark Fiend. 1500, 1000. First and third are hard ones per turns. If you have more monsters in the graveyard than your opponent's does, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect, gains 300 attack and defense for each Kuriboh monster you control or in your graveyard. Second or third effect, during the main phase, quick effect, you can return this card to your hand. And if you do, summon 1 Kuribah, 1 Kuribee, 1 Boo, and 1 Beh. Oh, also 1 Kuriboh from your hand or graveyard in attack position. So it is kind of risky because they have to be in attack position. However, it does technically set up for, like, I guess it's setting up for Beh's effect so that you could use Beh, you can tribute them all away, you could normal summon the Kuribabylon right back, he would get some increased stats because you'd have a bunch of Kuribohs in the graveyard, and then you also would be able to get like a Bandit from your deck, and I guess normal summon that during another turn or something like that. I mean, Babylon is like, he's cute, but like, come on now, this is not a card that's really going to be a win condition. I do like the fact that you can technically summon him turn 0 because he's a special summon, and all you have to do is have, like, turn 0, all you need is 1 monster in your graveyard, and boom, you can instantly put him on the field. But he's not really like a game-breaking card. He doesn't do anything exceptionally well. At best, you're probably going to get him to maybe 3000 attack. Like, that's not insanely great. So yeah, I was a little let down by this card. I expected Konami to ramp it up a little bit with power creep. I thought that, you know, he would have some effect that he obviously didn't have in the anime, and it would be just much more impactful. Like, they made him a lot easier to summon, I'll give him that, but his ceiling just is not very high in my opinion. Last card is a spell card. Keep in mind this is searchable. This is 5 Star Twilight. Normal spell with a hard once per turn. If the only monster you control is a level 5 monster, so like Babylon, tribute it, special summon one Boo, Kuribah, and then Kuriboh from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but they cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. So this is this one's pretty cool. This is the card, in my opinion, that easily has the highest ceiling, because if you were to special summon Babylon turn 1 and then activate your Twilight, you basically could get all 5 of the brothers on field instantly. And obviously the whole no tribute summoning, like, or they can't be tributed, like, that doesn't really matter in the days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Post, you know, Vrains, where we have Link monsters. Like, imagine being able to go for like a Link 5, or, you know, going for an access code, like if you're going second or something like that, a Boral Sword Dragon, like that would be pretty darn awesome. So I actually think, because this card allows them to instantly summon 5 Kuribohs, which, you know, you can use them for just obviously like Link summoning or Xyz summoning. Like Xyz summoning might be spicy there too, honestly, because they're like all level 1s. I kind of feel like maybe Kuribohs might need an Xyz monster, or they might actually need a big Link. I know they have a couple of Link monsters, and, you know, Link Kuriboh and Ling Kuriboh, but could we see potentially a Link 5 Kuriboh? Because this card actually makes it a 2-card combo, and it's also a searchable card. So I think that could be pretty spicy. I think that would actually be significantly better than Babylon. So that could definitely be where Konami's going with this, or at least maybe where they need to go with this. Anyways, whatever you guys think of the Kuriboh brothers, you leave that in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as always.